Welcome to Frequency Matters, the Hour from mmWave update series. I'm Pat Hindle. I'm here with my co-host Gary LaRude. This episode, we're going to continue our coverage of the August mmWave technology issue, kind of take a look at the products there. As a reminder, the cover feature is written by Hughes Network Systems. They're looking at the opportunities and challenges for using the upper E-band frequencies for wideband satellite communications. Really good article because it focuses on the components and test challenges which are right in our area.
Right.
So what do we have for a product?
So we have one product feature this month. It's from Oculi. It's a 4D radar sensor for the automotive market. And it's interesting because compared to the other players in the space, Oculi is not developing a custom chipset. They basically have a software stack that will work with existing radar ICs to provide the four dimensions, if you will, the azimuth, elevation, range, and velocity. And they have two products that they've developed, the Eagle and the Falcon. The Eagle is the best one. It has a 120-degree horizontal field of view with a half a degree spatial resolution and then 30-degree vertical field of view with 1 degree spatial resolution. So really very good performance from this software stack.
So for tech briefs, we had two. We had a 1 to 220 gigahertz automated antenna feed carousel from mmWave. They're a Spanish company, and this is for OTA testing. They actually have a chamber that goes to 220 gigahertz, so they're kind of ready for 6G already.
Wow.
And we also had another tech brief, and that was a high-performance hybrid couplers, and they're for wideband applications to 40 gigahertz from Pasternak.
Nice.
So a lot of millimeter wave activity in this issue.
Yeah.
So turning to the news, and speaking of 4D radar for automotive applications, Viara has released a 60 to 64 gigahertz system on chip, and that goes into a module the size of a matchbox. So it has all the digital and analog circuitry in that very small footprint. And it has 46 antennas, and that can give you hundreds of virtual channels.
Right.
So very high resolution, can be used for both detection and tracking. So we'll see what they roll out with that. There's just a lot of applications around these sensors because they're more higher resolution. They're doing in-cabin sensing, sensing for motorcycles, sensing for automated vehicles. So it's very expanding area.
Yeah, a lot of capability.
And then on the 5G front, GSA announced that there's more than 900 released 5G devices now as of the past quarter. So they're at 938, and that's a 24% increase over the previous quarter. So things are definitely accelerating. So we'll be to 1,000 in no time.
Really. And I want to tag on your 5G news because counting up the number of subscribers in China from China Mobile, China Telecom, and China Unicom, they now have more than 500 million 5G subscribers with 173 million added this year through the end of June. And the count also says there's something on the range of 1.4 million 5G base stations that have been deployed. So quite impressive.
China definitely has the volume, so that's why everybody pays attention to it.
Right, exactly. And then another item, a couple of weeks ago, the Senate passed the infrastructure bill, which has funding for broadband. And I thought it was interesting that the definition that they're using for broadband is 100 megabit per second down, 20 megabit per second up. And if you don't have access to that kind of capability from your service provider, you're officially, as far as the Senate is concerned, underserved. So it's really interesting from a couple of perspectives. It kind of defines where funding, grants may be available to improve the infrastructure. And then it's also the fact that it's not a symmetrical requirement. So it opens the door beyond fiber to some other technologies. So the bill still needs to be passed by the House. It's not sure, but it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Also on 5G, there was an additional study done by researchandmarkets.com, and they're saying that the private 5G network market is going to be $14 billion by 2028. So that represents a very large and growing market. So the private 5G network area is definitely a place to pay attention to.
Right. I think that's kind of the new part of 5G that I see a lot of coverage over.
Yeah, for both industrial applications and manufacturing and other things.
Yeah, definitely.
So turning to events, I didn't actually go to DesignCon, so I have nothing to report there, but I do plan to go to Satellite in a couple of weeks, so I'll be down in DC and see what's going on there. I mean, with all the LEO constellations expanding very quickly, it's an exciting area. So OneWeb did announce that they had successfully released their additional satellites, so they're up over 200 on their way to over 600 for that constellation.
Yeah, a lot of progress in that area.
So we finished our third Wednesday of EDICon Online. How's that going?
Well, we've had great presentations. On Wednesday, as you said, we were covering radar, automotive, and SATCOM. There were 10 presentations. We're gearing up for the final week now, week 4, on signal integrity and power integrity. There'll be 9 presentations in this series. All the presentations are recorded. They're available online, so anybody that didn't get to see them real time can log in and watch them whenever it's convenient. They'll find a listing at edicononline.com and they can register there. And that's it for this episode of Frequency Matters. We want to thank you for watching, and we want to thank our sponsors, RFMW, a pure play technical distributor. They represent the leading companies in the RF, microwave, and millimeter wave space. And our other sponsor this week is Pasternak, and they're well known for their extensive line of components, also RF, microwave, and millimeter wave, and perhaps best known for same-day delivery. So if your project has an urgent need, check out Pasternak. Thanks again for watching, and thanks for being part of the Microwave Journal community.